Okay, this should be good. I fixed the name. Comment monitor is up and running. Nobody's watching just yet, but somebody will join in a bit here. I'm not going to wait. We're going to get started. I've got heroes playing in my ears. Okay. Something I quickly want to say, if you're thinking about doing anything video editing for like a hobby, YouTube channel for fun, or professional or whatever, when you start off, avoid this at all costs. Don't do anything this. Do a lot simpler stuff. Simpler videos. And just doing this will drive you nuts and insane and most likely make you not want to do video editing again. Which would be, hey, two watching now. Hey, guys. That would not be a good thing because the rest of video editing is actually quite nice. And as I mentioned yesterday, I like plugging in settings. I just don't like staring at these pixels. There we go. Just my microphone. So, yeah, eat a cookie or two and then get to work. I don't want to. Work. Go ahead and unzip too. Don't get too hot here. And I gotta remember I'm not wearing my work shirt. A lot of times, like, I'll go to bed wearing my work shirt because I'm gonna wear it the next day anyways, but I've really gotten into the mindset, you know, it feels nicer to wear a fresh shirt when you go to bed. If I wasn't working, my thing is, when you go to bed, put on a fresh shirt, put on some fresh socks, take your pants off and put on your pajamas, hop into bed. Sometimes you wear this, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're under the covers. Next morning when you wake up, you just put on some pants, shoes, good to go. And, you know, rinse and repeat. Anyways, let's get to work. I'm not going to, but I had the thought, like, if I went to some random online internet type board where you didn't have to sign up, would you guys leave comments there if I did that? I'm not going to, okay? If you want to leave comments, there's a comment section on these videos. You can get a hold of me on Facebook if you got a Facebook. It's just my name. I'm not telling you right now. You'll have to go look for it. I'm going to make this brighter. We're going to go up full brightness. Boom. There we go. You guys probably can't see that. At night you would. But I'm not having it that bright at night. That's too bright for my eyes. We're on full, aren't we? Yes, we are. There we go. Okay. So right off the bat this morning, we are greeted with wherever we last left off. That looks good. Well, look at this space in between the door and that up there. Go forward. It looks like it's a tidge bigger. Oh, I see it. I'm going to say 3. Pull that down. That's not enough to make that difference. Actually, We're going to put that back at 5. Because that didn't do a big difference. I'm going to say it's the door is moving. I don't know why there's this off there. 5 is like too much, I believe. I'm going to set this to 3. That looks a little better. And then I'm going to say 5. Wait. No, not that. This one needs to be 5. That's our 4th digit. Okay. Let's go 7. Still looks down a smidge. So we're going to go all out and change this one to 7. Zoom in just a tidge. Or one thing. That's not really a tidge. Huh. 5. 8. So it's up a smidge. Wow. 5? Okay. 9. Yeah, I think 9's the solution. How does that look on the full screen? That looks good. Okay. Cross our fingers we don't have any more bugs with the door like that, because there's not really much for the door to go off of height-wise. But I just realized I could be matching the door to that. So when this is done, if the door looks a little bit funny in places, I should be able to match it to the position of this and say, oh, eyeball how far away the top of the door was to that. Stuff like that. And because that was brought up right there, I'm going to let it run and hopefully get a somewhat smooth playback and see where we are, just to watch the door and see if I think it does make those height adjustments. If it does, we'll do that last, because I haven't noticed the height being off. So if I notice it now, there's a chance there's a chance that it, hold on, I need to go back to here. Okay, so it is rendering that section, okay. Just the green wasn't showing up yet. So yeah, if there does look like a difference there, like I saw something that looked a little bit funny, then we'll fix it afterwards, because a testament to how good it looks is that I haven't noticed if the door was off height-wise. Man, I love this song. You know what I'm going to do, too, is, come on. I've done this with Studio in the past, Pinnacle Studio, although I'm more cautious now about how much I do it. But you can give the program make programs perform a little bit faster as soon as Task Manager comes up. I don't blame it, though, right now, because we are using a lot of CPU. If I go over to the details... Wait for this details list to come up. And then let's type F, because it should be Fusion. Here we go. If I go to set the priority, and I'm going to do above normal, I found that with Pinnacle Studio, it used to be just that like real time made the mouse a little bit too choppy and jumpy, and so I did high, but then sometimes high makes everything else run slow, especially when rendering. So, yeah. Set the priority of this. No, not high. We just want to give it some above normal priority. If I had a more powerful CPU, it might be able to handle it, but no. By doing this, we'll give it a little bit more priority for the CPU. It's basically just me saying, I want this program to take priority. Don't split things evenly between it. I want this to take priority, depending on what setting I have it is. So in this case, this is going to get a little bit higher priority than what's normal. Here we go. Let's go ahead and stop this, hop back to the beginning, punch into full screen mode, and play. A slight jiggling and shifting I see there. That's something that can be fixed afterwards too. As we go back and watch it, we stop when the jiggling happens and address the issue. And hopefully we don't make issues later on, which shouldn't be a problem if there are keyframes. We're going to go back and watch that jiggle, just really quickly, and see when it happens. I think I missed the jiggle. Jiggling was happening right in, it's around here, actually. Wow. Yeah, there was a little bit of a jiggle in there. And I'm willing to bet you it's where there's not a keyframe, because it's probably making a slight adjustment for the keyframe afterwards. So as long as there are keyframes after the jiggle, it should be fine. Because basically it's saying it needs to be these numbers. Don't change anything. Alright. Click on this tool here. I believe we were around here somewhere. This looks about right. Oops. That looks good. That looks good to me too. I need to be on this. Okay, now I need to figure out, because see, our space right here shrinks by a bit, and it's the door. Calling it 49.85. Because it needs to be just down a smidge, so... Still a bit much. I'm calling 7. If it's too much, we can adjust. 7.5. 7.7. That looks good enough to me. Oh. Here we go. Candy cane peppermint. Lifesaver. I'm going to need to stretch for a second because I just got a rush of headache, slight stomach ache. Mint will calm me down, But it's from staring at close pixels, and it just... If I was looking at this picture as a whole, it wouldn't be so bad. Like, some point in the future, I do want to do, like, maybe a live edit. Not this type, but a live edit. And then maybe also a live special effects, too. But less pixel peeping. Staring at them. I think a planner tracker might work for this. Like I said before, but I have no definite. I'll probably ask on the forums about that. But I don't have to do this very often. At this point, I'm not doing special effects heavy projects. But part of that also is that I'm gearing my projects towards what I know how to do already. Anyways, let's go forward a couple of frames or so. 477, so... There we go. There was also one... Wait, what's the difference between 1, 3, and... Oh. I'm lost, okay? See, it moves left some, right? Oh, wait, size change. Yeah, that's right. There's a size change here. So it looks like it is moving down a smidge, too. Ignore the building noise. We need to go 4.8 just for starters. Probably gonna actually be like 4.85 because it's not a noticeable difference moving up from 4.77 to 4.85 unless you really pixel peep. Now that looks a little bit... Okay, so it still moves left some here. So 9.35. And now we see that we just have, it moves up too high, so 483. I'm going to go 8 even and watch. Because sometimes also it's shifting left and right. It looks like it's moving up and down when it's not. And that looks good, okay? And does that look good too? Yeah, I'm going to say that one looks good. It's maybe a pixel high, but that's okay. Especially when we're talking about later on coming back and blurring those edges, and it's kind of blurry anyways. And I guess that's one kind of advantage of this shot not being super perfectly crisp, which my camera is capable of getting really crisp images, not the crispiest, but the HX9DV does a good job at getting pretty crispy. But in this case, though, we were also working with not 100% the best lighting, but it's also a shot where there are certain aspects of it. Like, there is some light from the dining room table up there in that corner. I know there's a light just around the corner. We can actually see the extension cord for it. Oops, my bad, but I'm just going to ignore that detail. Too much work to take that out, and it's not worth it. A lot less likely people are going to notice that. And if they do see it, they probably won't know what it's going to, and it won't matter. But you might put 2 and 2 together where the shadows are. But there's a light there, a light there. And I might have had a light behind us, because I needed to light up back where the door was. Because we stand by the back door. That's where we're coming from. Well, I was just talking about where I put lights in this shot. I don't know. But if you guys have any questions about filmmaking and stuff like that, I'll be happy to answer them. I'm not an expert. But also, I realized, I'll say this and then I'll move on and do more actual masking. Something I realized a long time ago, I was like, people have already done tutorials on this, and I kind of want to do a tutorial on that same thing too. I shouldn't. Well, what are the advantages of it? I mean, this guy's tutorial was first, and then this guy came along and did it. Why did he do one too? Maybe you didn't see the tutorial? Yeah. But another thing too is, we all do things a little bit differently. So, you might watch one guy do a tutorial, call him Guy A, And then you watch me do a tutorial, and maybe I learned from guy A, but I'm sharing something that I do slightly differently. And then you watch it, and you'll be like, A doesn't work for me. This guy right here doesn't quite work for me. What about A plus B combination? And then it works great, and you're happy. So, yeah. Excuse me. There is a very slight shift with the door. Yeah, that's right, because it's changing slightly. Oh, what? What, huh? I need to undo that. So, right, so this... I'm going to say 4. There we go. I think we got rid of the shift. That's close enough, okay? Oops, sorry, I did Control Z when I meant to do Control S. Oh, I love the sound of these. And how comfortable they are. Like, every once in a while, my ears do have, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the worst in pain. Right now, they're a 1. Every once in a while, they're like 2, maybe 3. They're really comfortable. Like, imagine if you put something so that it was just resting in your ear, but it was that the amount of downward force that a Q-tip would apply if you just stuck it just barely on, like, just, no, not a Q-tip, just the tip of a Q-tip, stick that in just the barely inside of your ear. The amount of downward force that applies, now apply that to the top of your ear and everywhere in your ear as a radial outward force. It's really light. So, I need to get to work. I need to get some stuff done. I do have work later on today. We still got several hours before I have to leave. Oh, let's check this out. So, I'm noticing a slight... Is that a rotational? That looks like a very slight... Oh, yes. See? Copy this. Paste. We are seeing... Oh. Oops, no. Undo, sorry. I'm on the wrong tool, even. There's a very slight rotation. So it should be 1, 1, I'm thinking. You know what? Let's undo that. Let's come over to here. Hop into almost full... No! Why on earth would you want that to be full screen? I get you're looking at the layout. Yeah, that's not noticeable. Moving on. Okay, we're moving on. That looks good enough to me. Well, actually, I'm gonna, oops, no, I don't want to zoom in, I want to scoot you up. We'll stick here for now. That looks good to me. I was gonna say the door moved left a smidge, but I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna take a break. I'm sorry. Well, I guess how long have I been going for this? That's not helpful. Let me refresh the page then. Ah, 25 minutes, okay. I'm gonna take a break, because that headache just keeps hitting me full on, and, ugh. So yeah, I'm gonna do some fun things, and come back to this in